Hey, so I was doing a homework vlogs episode 9.5, but since this whole lockdown thing has happened, I feel like there isn't really any homework anymore, because like school and exams and all that, they're just cancelled. We are being sent homework and coursework. To be honest, I do not have the mental energy to do it. Now, that's just me being lazy, and me having not established this new house as a working environment, which I should have done by now, seeing as I've been here for about a week. And homework vlogs alongside sixth form is suspended until further notice. There will not be any more homework vlogs until I actually have proper homework, which might not even be till uni. I also had coursework to do, but the deadline is already finished and I never completed it, so my final grade is going to suck. Hopefully it doesn't suck enough that my university redacts my unconditional offer, because they say it's an unconditional, but if you're really bad, obviously they can't take it away. So it's like an unconditional with conditions. Right now, seeing as I'm not going to be doing homework, I just refuse, because it's bad enough being locked in our own houses for however long in the foreseeable future, so I want to make it as fun as possible, but at the same time I do want to get things done. I don't want to waste days, because so far I have been, like, literally just sleeping and YouTubing and gaming my entire life away. Like, the last 20 whatever days that we've been in lockdown, it's just been a cycle of that. Sometimes I've been getting out of bed at 1 PM, which is appalling. Fuck off. I had to ship something off. I had to go into the co-op where there were so many people there. It's ridiculous. It's genuinely as filled up there as it would be on any regular day. It's really annoying, actually. And it makes you really anxious and on edge. I struggled to breathe a bit, to be honest. We had to return a ring that we bought off eBay because it was from eBay, and for some reason I trusted the seller because I am naive like that, even though I've been scammed in the past. I have no fucking money. I found a load of change I'd been saving for a bit. It was just coppers. It was like 2p's and 1p's. I have 79p. I've been craving a monster so desperately for the last 20-something days. I almost said years there. That's how long it feels like. I managed to actually finally sell a transformer that I've been trying to sell for years. I don't understand haggling. If there is a price there, why is it negotiable? And you get some people who just offer ridiculously cheap things. It's like, I got an offer for 70 and they were like, oh, it's not worth more than that. I was like, have you seen how much it goes for on eBay? But some people are cheap asses. Me included, so I can understand that. But I don't haggle the fucking price. I wait until I have enough money for it. In fact, he's more of a cheap ass than I am. I just look for the cheapest product and buy that, hoping it's not a KO. Now that I'm in quarantine and I have less schoolwork to talk about, it's going to be more about my boring, personalised hobbies, because nobody's going to watch these anyway. I'm just doing this for the hell of it. I didn't even think, hey, do this for a specific reason. I was just like, hey, do this because you're bored. And I wasn't really bored. I was looking at GTA speedruns from Dark Viper AU on YouTube. Go watch Dark Viper, he's really fucking good. And I have been binging, like, pulling all-nighters to binge Gordon Ramsay videos. I've been marathoning Gordon Ramsay videos because there are very few things that I've actually been productive with in the last 20 days, but when I do have a productive day, I am fucking productive. I woke up at 1 PM like the other day, and I still managed to make a PayPal account, make a bank account, make a new email account. All of that is tied together because I had to make a new PayPal because I kind of fucked up the other one. Then I had a drama session on Zoom. That was fun. That, in the space of 4 hours, was more than I'd done in, like, the last few months, save for moving houses and getting a wonderful, amazing boyfriend who I love. I knew I would start talking about them, because I have been thinking about literally nothing else other than all this other shit I'm thinking about, because my brain goes 456 billion miles an hour. Literally all I've been thinking about is just him and YouTube and gaming and just Transformers. Also the fact that I have to sort out my uni accommodation, and that shit's fucking complicated. I don't know what the hell's going on there. The website is weird, and I'm not good at understanding it. I do have to do the schoolwork, but I don't want to, and I won't. So I do have that kind of underlying guilt and fear that that's going to impact me in the future, which it will, and I should. And I've already accepted responsibility for that, because I've already fucked up my future indefinitely. I've also been thinking about writing a book, because I've written 2 pages in the last 20 days. I've been so unproductive. Although I have learnt a very important skill, and that is cooking pasta. I should have already known how to do pasta, but yeah, I learned how to independently cook pasta, and I'm very proud of myself for that because I love pasta. I used to be obsessed with making scrambled eggs and bacon, sometimes sausages, because those were the only things I knew how to put on a stove. Oh, I learned noodles the other day as well, because it's basically the same as pasta. Gordon Ramsay is my cooking idol, and I've always been passionate about cooking, but too scared to actually try anything, because ovens terrify me, because I'm so worried I'm going to somehow accidentally set the house on fire. But I've learnt to get over my fears of gas ovens. Electric ovens are fine, even though they're shit. But I used to have a fear of gas ovens. It was just the idea of open flames, and I just noped right out of that. I still get nervous about it, but at least I can actually do it now and not completely worry that I'm going to set the house on fire. I used to have a very specific and personal way of cooking, scrambled eggs, because scrambled eggs is like my favourite thing to cook, which was inspired by Gordon Ramsay. I say inspired by Gordon Ramsay, but like, I watched one Gordon Ramsay video on scrambled eggs, forgot half of it, and then improvised the rest. In fact, I literally forgot the fucking fundamentals, and it was just me doing scrambled eggs. The only thing I memorised from the Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs video was putting chives on egg. I've only just managed to start practicing moderation in my salt distribution, which is fucking great, because I've had so many plates of egg ruined by overabundance of salt. Chives, pepper, chili, salt. Perfect. Gorgeous. I do like to cook with butter, because I am a fat bitch at heart. My spirit animal is actually just a fat lesbian, and I really miss my fucking grandparents, but I can't go see them for obvious reasons. And I really, really miss my fucking boyfriend, but I can't go see them for obvious reasons. Fucking hell, I've been talking for 20 minutes now already. What the fuck? How can I talk for 20 minutes and still say absolutely nothing? I don't understand that. And if you do put your eggs on the pan first and then mix them, then you're an abomination and you should be stopped. You need to practice self-isolation, but outside of COVID and just generally throughout your entire life. Just isolate forever. Don't talk to anybody, don't look at anybody, just go your own disgusting egg way, okay? Because we don't want you here. Being in a relationship does give me a big confidence boost, because I am a very codependent person. I don't rely on myself for a lot of things, which this is actually helping to do. I've learned to set up accounts, sell stuff, so I've got some source of money, I guess. Maybe I can go buy a monster. But basically take my life into my own hands, which I will have to do once I'm in uni. So this is basically practice for uni, and I'm completely squandering all of it by not doing work. But still, I'm preparing myself as a person for uni, not the work side. I'll focus on that once I'm in uni. He says, not actually prepared to focus on that once he's in uni. I've been writing chapter 9 of my second book. I really need to knuckle down and actually write this, because I want to have something to present to my literary agent, to my publisher, if they do give me a deadline for a sequel, because I absolutely intend to write a trilogy. I actually can't see an alternative, because I don't know how I can tell my story in less than 2 books. Not that I have much to say, but it's just the way I've schemed it in my brain. Ooh, I just had a horrible thought. That thought being, I'm already halfway through my entire writing career. I've planned 3 books, and I'm almost halfway through the second one. Book 1 was written through year 10 to 12, and as a developing writer then, I didn't really have a grip on A, dialogue, and B, pacing. Because I imagine that the way I write is different from others, in the sense that it's very ADHD. Sometimes when I'm doing similes or descriptions and metaphors, etc., the kind of ADHD-ish aspect of me does start to kind of bleed into my writing. You'll get a lot of hyphens, a lot of brackets, and it will tend to kind of monologue a bit. I try to make it as interesting as I possibly can, because I do love writing, conversational writing. I like to think that when somebody's reading it, they're going to bond with the character through these musings. I hate to write filler, that everything either progresses the plot or is an important establishment for the character. So it'll always be a thought track or dialogue or just something that's boosting the plot. But yeah, I'd like to have my first manuscript published by the time I'm in uni, just so I have some form of income, no matter how meagre, just so I can focus on work without having to get a part-time job, which is so naive of me, because I did not think for 1 second about how long the publishing process would be. There's no way my first book's going to be published by the time I'm in uni, and it won't have gained enough traction to start making money. I imagine, if it does get published, it'll be a flop. I'll make like 20 quid or something, which would be fucking hilarious. But at least I got the book published. But I just laugh it off and just keep writing, because I'm already like so many years into this. I mean, how many other people can say they've written a book? And I can't confidently say that I'm a great writer. I'm confident enough to say I'm a good writer, and maybe I'm complacent enough to say I am better than E.L. James. I won't sell as much as her, but I'm definitely better at characterization than her. That's all I'm saying. I'm better at poetic writing, and I'm better at characterization. I might even be better at writing sex scenes. I could probably write some erotica novellas, and self-publish them on fucking Amazon or something under a pseudonym, just for a quick buck. Oh, there are fanfic sites, aren't there? I can just pick random characters and be like, hey, fuck, and yeah, I can gain traction or something, I don't know. I mean, isn't that how most authors nowadays gain rotation, just through fanfictions? Namely, E.L. James is who I'm thinking of. I just want to be better than her, that's all I want. Part of me doesn't know what I'm going to write outside of this universe. I've got ideas for like a romance mystery, maybe something more Lovecraftian. Yeah, other than that I kind of draw blanks. But I have this dreadful, crippling fear of working in a field that isn't art in some capacity. Especially mediums in which I would be required to service another person. I just don't feel comfortable or confident having responsibility over someone else's needs. For example, working at an office or in a shop, having direct communication with other people, having a direct impact on that person's day to some degree is also just no. Like in writing, there's not really a way to ruin someone's day. People read to be entertained or to learn something. If they're not interested in the book, they won't pick it up. So the people who will be negatively impacted by it probably won't pick it up. But if it makes a few people just a little bit happier in this impermanent and horrible, disgusting, terrible life, then that's nice, that's good, that's awesome. Fundamentally, I'm less okay with a personal insult as opposed to something separate from me. I feel like my procrastination tends to stem from a kind of anxiety to produce something unsatisfactory. Like, I don't want to do work if I know it's going to be bad. So typically I will need to be pushed to do something if I don't think the outcome's going to be particularly, or at least not a flawless representation of what I want in the time given, which typically won't be enough for me because I'm a rather slow worker. But which is also why I'm writing this book in advance, because I know that I would probably fail to meet any deadline that any publisher sends for me. If only I could be as prolific as Stephen King without writing about what Stephen King writes about. Oh, we're nearly at an hour. We have 15 seconds. Oh, no, wait, no, it's at 58 minutes. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds till it's an hour. What else can I pad the runtime with? Oof. Oh, this is exciting. Do you know what? I'm just going to do the outro and see if the video hits an hour. Thank you very much for watching this. If you liked it, like it, and if you subscribed, then thanks. I am like 0.1% closer to actually being eligible for monetization, because they won't monetize my fucking channel until I have 1,000 subscribers. That's how you know I'm not doing this for money, because I'm not getting subscribers. So I won't get to 1,000, and I'm not getting paid. So it's literally just a passion project, because I'm so fucking bored. But yeah, thanks if you liked it, like it, and if you subscribe, I suppose, fuck, it's past an hour. Bye!